Welcome back, everybody, to the Master TV Dota2 to the. We've got DK versus IG, and this is Godin in Basecap. And how are you, Basecap?
Yeah, I'm pretty good. How are you guys?
Yeah,
Pretty
good.
Dota.
What an intro!
Okay, so DK versus IG. This is our second tiebreaker match. So first match was Invictus Gaming versus Vici Gaming. Vici Gaming actually ended up winning that one. So for this is IG's last chance. They have to win this one, and then obviously they're hoping that Vici Gaming will end up beating DK in the final matchup. I'm not even sure if they're going to end up playing the final one. If DK win here, third, fourth place seeding might be relevant. So
maybe they go to head-to-head. Maybe they.
Who knows? It's
maybe first place newbie can choose their opponent, like happens at TI.
All kinds of things could happen.
I don't think any of these teams want to play another game.
No, I don't think anybody, like, just in general, nobody there wants to be up any later than is currently
2:30 a.m.
I think
right.
I think it's about that.
Cool. We started at 9 p.m. It's now 11:30 a.m. We started a good 6 hours before the European TI4 qualifiers began.
Yes.
And we're now gonna end after the European qualifiers. That's impressive. Good on you. That's some stamina coming out from the Chinese Dota2 scene. People complain there's not enough Chinese tournaments. Well, I mean there's still less, but this is when there are tournaments, it's hardcore mode.
Okay, so draft, nothing too surprising aside from maybe the Nature's Prophet ban.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
So that's a little bit out of the ordinary, and then DK immediately go to the Ancient Apparition. So I wonder
if
I wonder if we're going to be seeing their AA Void Zeus strat.
Maybe
that they sometimes run.
I think too early to tell, but it's probably something in the back of their mind. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Something they'd consider. They get Clockwork for now, so some obvious synergy between the Clockwork and AA. I like Clockwork in general. And Radiant side is good offlaner, can do a lot, and one of Ice's better heroes as well. So okay. I dig it. You pick the Clockwork, ban the Lifestealer in general. The laning stage isn't the problem so much for the Clockwork. It's come mid-game time where he just rages and owns a Clockwork. So I think banning
slaps you around a bit.
Yeah. It's also a hero that both YYF plays amazingly as well as Lua plays a pretty good Lifestealer. So it's a worthwhile ban.
Yeah, and so I wonder where we see DK go from here. They haven't really pigeonholed themselves into anything.
They revealed
really.
Nothing.
Yeah, neither team has given away anything at this point.
Yeah. IG probably a little. I think the IG give away a bit more because when you pick Sand King, generally speaking, I'd say at least 9 times out of 10, probably more, you have to run a safe lane, tri lane. Like you have to put either that or you do like 3 solos and roam the Sand King. But Sand King is not a good offensive tri lane hero. He's a very mediocre one.
Yeah, he's not particularly impressive. Tri-lane versus tri-lane. The weird thing is with Sand King is that if your tri-lane, this is really weird, but if your tri-lane is passable, if it's all right, then the Sand King can often be okay. But if your tri-lane has no aggressive potential whatsoever, then the Sand King is just absolutely awful. But IG just again nothing surprising. Mana picked up pretty early. I guess we'll mention again. Potential for them to run it in a whole bunch of different positions. Meanwhile, DK just going to be banning out a Doom here, so
we see a lot of Dooms. These top Chinese teams love their Doom.
It's a good hero. It's absolutely game winning.
And especially with the way these teams play, where we're getting these long games where you get to late game, that's where you get a farm. Doom
Devour pays off.
Yeah, Devour pays off. Doom gets huge. You get Refresher. You take out 2 heroes from a team fight, or even the same hero twice as long.
And just win the game.
Yeah.
It can just be a very straightforward team fight win. Both teams notably have chewed through. I don't know. Maybe they didn't start with the full bonus time. Or are we starting? I feel like maybe I think we did.
I don't see why they wouldn't.
But both teams have just chewed through a ridiculous amount of their bonus time up until this point. I think both of them realizing just how important this match is, and IG go for a Wraith King.
Dude, for a while this was like. People were joking that this was Lua's hero. He can feed and still be useful. Not to say I was on board with that, but
Yeah.
this is generally they play as a farming Wraith King for lure and do like a dual/tricore strategy around this. Pick something like Ferrari, a Shadow Fiend, TA for mid, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Both of those mentioned, TA and Shadow Fiend, I think both pretty good here. Gives you lots of Roshan potential. You could even maybe look at something like an OD if Mushi, for whatever reason, chooses to pick something like a Queen of Pain for himself right here, but I feel like that's a little bit unlikely. The Wraith King is not necessarily that well protected of a pick at this point. I think it pretty much has to be core as well, just because I don't think you want to have the Wraith King and the Sand King as your supports. So that does probably suggest that we're probably gonna have a support Mirana, support Sand King, core Wraith King. DK, because they have the offlane clockwork, can't really look to pick up a Nyx Assassin, so... And it's not really a hero I think that Mushi runs mid, not really a hero that a lot of teams run mid at the moment, so you're not going to see the annoying Nyx Assassin dealing with the Wraith King. DK do take the Lion here. It's not unusual to see people going for something like a 4-1-4 build on the Lion, so Mana Drain, Mana Drain could be alright. I don't know if it's... maybe in 1 or 2 fights it'll end up being the difference between him getting the reincarnation off or not, but otherwise...
Generally speaking, Sand King's like Lion's a common target when Sand King blinks in to make sure he hits a Bio Strike on. Because you don't want him throwing disables willy-nilly in the fight. But
and Slark is the pick for IG.
I mean, you're definitely looking... Sand King's definitely a support, and... Yeah, I don't think you Sand King Wraith King dual support.
And does Ferrari play Mirana? That's my...
I think Mirana needs to be... Well, I guess you could pick another support and do a solo mid Mirana. Like, that's what you look towards.
Yeah, that would be the option.
Chuan plays support Mirana. I've seen him do that a few times. Well, at the same time he plays the Sand King, so that could put Faith onto the support Mirana. But Faith is very flexible. He plays like those 4-position Darkseers every now and then. Like, I don't think Chuan's exactly like the set 4-position support. Like, they'll switch it around depending on the draft. But the Slark, this is... Like, you've got what should be your safe lane farm and Wraith King. That means Slark is either off lane or mid. And off lane Slark against this... God,
Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage.
We look at each other like, oh, what are we in for? It's burning Anti-Mage. Okay.
It burns mana.
Oh, God, this is going to be a sad Wraith. At this point, IG are like, so do we do support Wraith King? Like, let's just... put Sand King in the farming role or something. Like, we don't want to farm a Wraith King against Lion and Anti-Mage. Oh boy, we've got an Anti-Mage.
The question is, can IG shift gears and try and close this game up pretty quickly? And I think the answer is not really.
They have no push.
They suck at killing towers.
Yeah, like
they can clear waves, and clearing waves is a form of push, but they suck at killing towers. And if DK go for a Rocket Flare build on the Clockwork and they get a fast 6 on the Ancient Apparition, good goddamn luck.
Yeah.
That's...
yeah, I don't know. I feel IG need to focus more in the mid-game than the team fight.
Can IG go aggro here?
They can. I just, like... I mean, I
said
it's like the 9 times out of 10 you
They could lose the game right there. If they go aggro, they could lose the game.
I don't think their aggro is very good. Sand King, Mirana, and Wraith King. Like, you have 2 supports there who, like you say, you lose your aggro tri lane with a Sand King Mirana support, you're done for. There's no catch up. It's not like you just went aggro with like 2 supports who can do lots with no farm, no levels.
But can they win it straight up?
Lion AA, Chilling Touch, Anti-Mage also not bad for finding.
Not the tri lane versus tri lane, but if they don't go aggressive, can they win the game?
Can they win? I think it depends this last pick, and I think they want to run... I think they want to do Slark offlane and get like another core hero. Get something like a Shadow Fiend or the TA for Ferrari. You see the puck ban, and I think DK are expecting an offlane YYF Slark, which I don't like offlane Slark a whole lot, but I think this game I like it better than a mid Slark with another offlaner. You've already got plenty of initiation, plenty of team fight, and that's really what your offlaners do, but Beastmaster last pick? I think this is a Beastmaster mid, personally.
Yeah, I could see that. Gives them a little bit of extra push, more Roshan power, some solid lockdown for the Anti-Mage, some nice scouting for the Lion.
Yep.
But
don't pick Quap, please, DK. You lose every time you pick Quap.
Yeah, this is not a Quap game.
No.
I don't think so. I mean, if you pick Quap here, you have to go BKB first item.
No.
And I mean, Mushi is no stranger to going BKB first. on his Queen of Pain,
5
but
seconds remaining.
I don't think it's a great game for it. I think you'd much rather have somebody that can
Reserve time.
just spam and make some
Dragon
space.
Knight. Tiny.
Tiny.
Ooh, Mushi does.
Well, he played a great space creating Tiny in the other game.
the no ags 60+ minute no ags Tiny.
Yeah, look, they almost won that game. He had some really nice plays with intercepting creep waves and just being a huge pain in the ass.
I
the
like
whole
Tiny
game
as a
long,
hero in general.
so,
Like
yeah.
his damage output's crazy.
He doesn't. This game, he doesn't necessarily burst anybody that well. That was the
Yeah.
one thing that you could kind of mention as an upside for the pick in the LGD game is
Yeah.
that if LGD ever split up and Tiny bought a Blink Dagger, he could just go and solo kill heroes the whole game. But not really so much the case this game. So we'll see. Also, it's an alright
seconds remaining.
matchup against the Beastmaster. I guess we did
Yeah.
see a matched up against the Lifestealer
5
earlier,
seconds
so
remaining.
This is a
that
bit
doesn't get
better.
much worse than that.
Alright.
But yeah, interesting pickup from DK. Definitely. Well, I said I said in the LGD game that I thought that they pretty much had the late game stitched up, but Mushi didn't build any right-clicking items until very late on.
Yeah.
So
And even
Probably
then,
expecting
it
the
was,
same
He didn't
style.
have Ags, so it was like BKB.
yeah, he had
Assault
BKB
Crest.
AC, but no.
That
no
was the Assault Crest was not a so he could right click. That was like to help his who was Burning playing that game. It was
Weaver.
Weaver. Yeah, that was more to help like Burning and his team as a whole. Like it wasn't to like make Tiny do big right click damage because single target Tiny damage, not really where it's at. You need that. You need that cleave. But okay, so Mushi, it's 3 in the morning. He's like, let's keep people waiting. Make this an official game by starting things off with a pause. But no hate. Looks like DK ready to go. So draft is over here in a best of 1. DK looking to notch their spot in the playoffs. A win here will knock IG out of the playoffs in the Master 2 League. A win for IG means we go down to a final game decided between DK and Vici Gaming to see if we're going to have tiebreakers or even DK knocked out, which was not something people were expecting, but IG make a move down towards bottom lane. 5-man rotation from them. DK, similar story. And they've got 3, count it 4, count it 5. Heroes headed towards bottom. Boots first on Sand King. And yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, I think IG just realizing, look, we got to be pretty aggressive about all of this. So, gonna just start that off. 5-man down into the Radiant jungle, and DK a little bit split up here. They get the scout.
Sand King, boots first, could catch up to Burning. Burning already gets Blink. He says, let's not mess around. Let's play this as safe as possible. Sand King could catch up to Tiny here though. Tiny, yeah, has. Oh, he's actually playing with fire here. Mushi wants to maybe consider going in. DK have made the call that hey, we can actually fight this. Observer
30
ward
seconds to
behind,
battle.
so far behind the tower too. What an obs ward. I'm not a fan of this observer ward very much. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how useful this observer ward spot is.
So
Do you see this?
Okay, so
This
IG
dire
are
ward
going. Yeah, I see it.
So this is just for the offensive trial bet.
Yeah, it's just straight up for the.
And like
Aggro
normally, I guess if you put it close to the tower, it maybe gets dewarded. But like in theory, you pop a sentry here, and it's still you still scout over here maybe. But
The battle begins.
sentries, yeah, MMY has them like, as you'd expect. So we'll see if I doubt he expects the observer ward to be there, which is definitely something unusual.
Yeah, they are going to get a little bit of information out.
They're gonna throw an arrow. They may go for a kill here.
Hmm.
Oh, Wraith Fire Blast active. They're going for the old first blood behind tower. No, not with the 3 heroes all grouped up together. That would be a death trap.
I don't see that as a classic strategy. The old first blood behind the.
That used to happen all the time. Maybe this is like going back to Dota 1 days,
Maybe.
where you would observer ward behind the tower and have a triple stun lane, and you'd get first blood like time
Actually,
and time again.
Yeah, you're right. Triple stun tri-lane versus tri-lane used to be a staple of the Dota metagame.
Gone in. Lamb. Oh, nice tank from Bernie. He tanks the arrow for Lamb. Lamb still taking a lot of damage. The Bar Strike may seal his fate here. His Faith getting low. Is he going to go down one more right click from the line, and Faith takes a fall. Anti-Mage blinks back knowing that the kill was secured, so well played by both teams. Like Burning taking the arrow there, unfortunately it wasn't quite enough to save the AA's life. End result, first blood goes IG's way. Small victory for them.
Yeah, first blood goes their way, but Burning and MMY only end up splitting the second kill 2 ways.
Which
so
is kind of
pretty
better.
fast. Pretty fast level 2 for them, and I think the levels are almost more relevant here than the gold. We'll keep an eye on it, but That should be pretty good for DK. Just getting that second stun up for the line is a really big deal as far as this try v try is concerned.
So on daily our gamely cosmetics. What is this anti-mage cosmetics? He'll quickly go picked off, and with cosmetics like this, he deserves to die. He'll get the blink out though. Faith trying to get it on MMY here. Faith has to back off, but the chilling touch from Lamb gets the kill there, and MMY will survive this. Now IG overextending there in the bottom lane. So
that's Burning's set. That's his self-made anti-mage set. Yes,
he looks like a beach babe or something. I don't know. What is this like? Like he looks like he should be chilling on a beach with his little bandana wrapped around his face and his little ponytail.
Fine.
Self-made. Oh, it's even the self-made. Wow.
Yeah. No, this is his set.
He only has some of the pieces though. He doesn't have the crest of the shifting sorcerer. Where is that? He's missing the crest. He's missing a piece. What are you done, Burning? He's only watched 2 games of himself. You need to be watching yourself. I'd be watching like every single anti-mage game you play, and like, well, if I was Burning, I'd be like, yeah, watch myself play anti-mage. Oh, good last hitting Burning. Oh yeah, that's the last hits. That's what I'm talking about. Like you fall asleep to that. That's lullabies to Burning.
Is that what you fall asleep to, gods? Do you crack open some Warcraft 3 replays of
the good days
of Burning hitting creep? Lull yourself to sleep. No, I don't know. I don't mind this set that much, honestly. There are definitely much more offensive cosmetics.
There's a few really bad anti-mage.
Yes. Okay. Meanwhile, we haven't really checked in on our other lanes, so the Slark is doing all right against the Clockwork. Ice continues to find ways to just win 1v1 matchups that
he shouldn't.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think this is actually a pretty good matchup for the Clockwork here, but. I don't know, I think it should be... I think YYF should maybe be doing a little bit better than he is, but not a big deal. Ice is a huge pain.
As for mid lane, pretty much even on CS here. Mushi just hits 15 CS, Ferrari hits 16, so not much separating the two at the mid lane. Mushi seems to be bottle crowing a bit, as you probably expect. He doesn't have the best rune control, so yeah, pretty standard stuff in the mid lane.
Yeah, I like the build that Ferrari is going for here. Spreading his points out a little bit so he can get the boar up. He's got the 1 casual point in Inner Beast because it's a really nice value point. Also, it just makes sure that the wave stays pushed at all times, and it makes it super easy to secure the runes along with Wild Axes. So.
Ferrari gets lucky with the D rune up top. A bit lucky, I guess.
Yeah. 50/50. Mushi needs to be careful. He will see this, but he also needs to appreciate that if Ferrari gets level 6 while he still has this DD rune bottle, that could just be a kill. That could be.
He does have 9. If he's full HP, he's fine. I would say. Do you think? Do you think he can jump if he's full HP?
If he comes far enough out into the river, yeah. If he comes far enough out into the river, then he might die.
Yeah, it'd be definitely close. With support rotations. Yeah, for sure, easy kill. Chuan and Faith consider rotating bottom. Not going to succeed here. Lamb and MMY have smoked up themselves, and they may be anticipating this move towards mid lane. They're going to maybe sit behind their good friend Mushi in mid lane.
Yeah, and IG already kind of deciding, look, the tri-lane was not going as well as we hoped, so we're going to ditch Wraith King there for now, and hopefully get something else done.
Typical Luo treatment, like, let's just ditch Luo in the hardest lane possible and expect him to carry.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Don't worry, guys, Wraith King 1v1 against Anti-Mage.
Yeah. No problem.
That's the matchup.
No problemino. Well, Mushi, he's got 800 gold. He's waiting for... Well, Beastmaster's rank to hit level 6, and he's got it now. Could see a roar into an arrow. Mushi gets 1 kill. I think he saw the Beastmaster tick to level 6, because he ran so fast once that Beastmaster walked forward. So, spots to level 6, and maybe going to look for a bit of a bait here. Roar is ready, but the 2 Radiant supports also sitting behind Mushi here. The IG get impatient and go for this. The Quillboar is trying to scout him out. It's going for a bit of a meander onto the cliff here. Not going to see anyone just yet. They're sitting under the tower, so this is going to be a trap if Ferrari goes for this. But they could still get the kill, even though it is a trap, if they're good on the execution of this. Man, both teams are so patient. MMY hits level 4 now, so has that point in the mana drain. And it looks like they're not taking the bait. Faith goes into the jungle. We'll stack the big camp and hope to get level 3 so he can start probably getting his Blink Dagger fairly soon. Ferrari actually is going to be making his way towards top even. So they leave Chuan mid, and Beastmaster going to be looking for a kill on the Clockwork. Clockwork, who is level 6 himself. Fast turn from the Clockwork. What do you make of the lane stage?
I think things are looking just fine for DK, honestly. It's always this anti-mage factor. We saw it so much during the Chinese qualifier that unless you have a really good late game plan against the AM and you have equally greedy heroes, or you got your Doom, something like that, then so many teams put themselves in a position where
Dire's
up
middle
against the
tower
fourth,
is under attack.
fifth pick AM, they just don't have any response.
Yep.
And yeah, IG, I think we're expecting to crush that aggressive trial, or at least do their best to, but execution wasn't clean enough. They didn't block the pull. And DK just managed to find trades, find turnaround kills.
And Ferrari rotated top and isn't even finding a kill. Ice picks up the fast earn, and this is actually really nice because the +6 strength makes a big difference. Just those two heroes alone will struggle to kill Ice from full HP. He's got Battery Assault maxed out, he's got Cogs, he's got Hookshot, he's got a lot of escapes, and they can't just burst him down during the full raw duration. So I think Beastmaster realized that and says, well, I've got to get out of here, got to go find somewhere else again. Can Ferrari, he's been level 6 for a while and just hasn't found kills. He's going to smoke up with Faith, make a rotation, so we're not going to see the greedy jungle Sand King just yet. And it seems they say mid didn't work, top didn't work. Let's try bottom. Let's try the next lane.
Yeah, they have to go for ganks. They don't have any late game. The Wraith King is not late game against the Anti-Mage. The Beastmaster is good lockdown, but he's not a scaling core. And Slark is nice, but
Rourke start things off on Burning. They've got the triple stuns here. Burning with 1 point in the spell shield. Is this going to be enough? It looks like, yep, they'll get the kill. Hookshot. Oh, he hooks his teammate. Ice. No mana for a Battery Assault as well. 2 mana away. We'll have it in just a second here. Faith doesn't have mana for a Burrow Strike himself, and he'll go down. Trying to tango his way through there. So, return kill from DK, but unfortunately for Ice, not quite on point with that hookshot. Otherwise, he could have maybe gotten even a second kill out of it.
yeah, but again, is it a big deal for IG? Ferrari spent a lot of time roaming around looking for that gank. Like we talked about, the Beastmaster is a nice hero to put pressure on the AM, but can they translate pickoffs into anything?
Not towers with their lineup.
Yeah, not into towers, at least
maybe,
for now.
Maybe if they 4 or 5 man and go for tier 1s. And I've been keeping an eye on Mushi, watching his gold stockpile up, and he's got brown boots, bottle, and he's been stockpiling gold. He's going to rush a Blink Dagger. His roaming and kill potential right now is suddenly so much higher than Beastmaster's. He can actually solo kill people, while Beastmaster generally needs a +1 unless he's solo killing like a Lion or an AA. But Mushi can solo kill almost anyone on the map apart from maybe the Wraith King right now. He's probably the only hero he may struggle to solo kill. But hey, who needs to solo kill? You can always go with teammates as well.
Yeah, and Mushi and Ice is just gonna start teaming up, making space, finding kills, and I don't know how IG can deal with it. They still need some core farm on a couple of these heroes as well. YYF just has some treads and 1300 gold. The Wraith King just has treads. The Beastmaster just has phase. So it's not like they can afford to be 5-manning here, or that they've hit some particularly impressive timing. So they are pretty vulnerable, these pickups.
Hawk scouting things out in the mid lane. I don't think they've seen Mushi's Blink Dagger just yet. Ice. Going to at least try and figure out where some of these heroes are. And Mushi moving forward. It is daytime, which makes this a little bit trickier, but he gets a full combo off on YYF. It will be a kill. Hookshot into an insta combo is probably the name of the game here. Mushi hiding in the trees, waiting to come out here. YYF. He's gone strength treads. I think realizing that his life could be in some danger up top, looking to get all the HP he can get, but may not even be enough even with the strength treads. It all comes down. If he hits the stun toss combo, it's probably a kill. But he's got to hit the full combo.
Yeah, they need perfect chain stun as well to prevent the
offensive earn. Like that's almost like a giveaway at this point. You do that, and it's like, well, you just earn charges are valuable. That was.
Also, Slark has passive regen, so that was a bit strange.
That to me is like just a dead giveaway that something's coming your way if you're the Slark. And Lionel level 6 also makes his way up top, so the stun toss is enough, or if you just hit the stun and not the toss onto the Slark, you can finish him off with the Finger of Death. I like the sentry ward, making sure the lane's not warded, so you now know that this Tiny probably has not been spotted, but this Tiny's also been wasting a lot of time.
Well, the Lion got spotted by the Hawk, so
okay.
Yeah, that's a big reason as to why YYF just backed up
YYF also sees the Lion go back towards mid, so now he's going to feel safe when... Okay, he is safe. Tiny TP'd mid. Speaking of Tiny, missed the combo on Chuan, it looks like. Chuan did not go down. They didn't even have to use a leap. I think Mushi missed Blink. Did not do much damage there to the Mirana. So his Blink's being revealed. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Wraith King... He's okay for now. The mana break is going to start kicking in. Lua's going to run out of mana. Doesn't have ulti just yet. He's got the magic stick, but is he going to have enough charges? Ooh. Mana Void not enough. Burning, got to get out of there. The Reincarnation, so now coming into play. The Roar comes out as well. Burning going to go down. He's going to pay for this one with the AA as well. 2 kills go to IG. They're back in it. The Luo Wraith King, it strikes and strikes hard.
Dire's middle tower is
Reincarnation
under
ends up being used, so a little bit of an investment, but IG just gonna Moonlight Shadow. They want to go back in here. Nice, none the wiser.
He's done for it. Wraith Fire Blast, not. No, Wraith Fire Blast being used for a look for another kill. That's going to catch MMY, who does have a Finger of Death, but who's low enough? He finds Chuan with the Sentry Ward. MMY now, he's going to pay for it with his life, but gets the 1 kill on the Mirana there in the end, but small things that DK are picking up. So IG, 6 kills to 4. They're in the lead right now, and they're suddenly taking a gold lead as well as a very hefty as far as the early game is concerned, experience lead as well.
They're still yet to get any relevant damage on a tower. So that is the
that's not what their lineup does, unfortunately.
yeah, no, that's not what they're geared towards.
You've got to do that eventually. Like, you can't just win this game through ganking alone unless you're completely snowballing out of control, which is not the case. This
Blink Dagger on Slark.
Dire's
Okay.
middle tower is
Loader
under
likes this
attack.
build.
Yeah.
He goes through this quite a bit when he plays Slark. I haven't actually seen it myself in action, but what LD was saying is it's legit.
Yeah, no, it's definitely pretty good. It's also really
Dire's
nice for
middle
just
tower
being able
is
to
under
invest
attack.
in all the
Radiant's
way
top
into
tower
a
is
kill,
under
say on a
attack.
support, and then you can just blink away. It's I like it quite a bit here, but
Burning's really struggling to find farm on his antimates this game. He's got his Ring of Health, he's got his treads, but this is looking like 15, 16-minute battle
Dire's
through
middle
this.
tower has fallen.
Sneaks his way through. That Mirana sideways leap too. Okay. Nicely played, Mushi. Gets his team a tower.
Dire's bottom
But no, I was
tower
saying,
is under
Burning on the
attack.
Antimage, he's really kind of struggling to keep up on the farm. The 2 deaths obviously not helping, but just in general, his farm, like the support's left early on, but he's been put under a lot of pressure now. We're all going to catch up Lamb, and that's an easy pick off. Ferrari's played an amazing game. Like, he did spend a lot of time rotating around, not getting any kills, but he just stuck to it, he committed, and eventually something came his way.
yeah, and they found that Luo up on top lane.
Unfortunately, Luo, Reincarnation on cooldown, and that's a secured kill for your Clockwork. So Ice. Level 10 gets himself some more earn charges. Is going to be going for the mech for the team. So Tranquil Boots into mech.
Dire's
His
top
magic
tower
wand.
is under attack.
And tower defense coming the way out top. Cogs is going to push the insta TP. Actually, Slark blinks forward with a pounce. He wants Ice. Ice may pay the price here. The Shadow Dance being used. Starstorm. And 1 or 2 more right clicks. YYF not going to get this kill. Has a blink pounce in a second, but he does not want to commit to this one. Not with Ice already healed up. YYF actually going to pounce out of there. Worried about a stun toss combo coming out of Mushi. That could have just sealed the deal there and got that kill.
Yeah. Faith actually has enough money for his Blink Dagger now, so tanking doing alright for himself. Beastmaster appears to just be working towards a Necrobook, so Ferrari trying to fix that problem of, oh god, we can't push.
Yeah.
Please god, we need to
something.
be able to push. So I think a pretty heads-up pickup from him, but it does, again, keep IG on this kind of all-in warpath of, oh please, sweet god, we
Dire's
have to
top
end this
tower
game
is
before
under
Burning's
attack.
Anti-Mage does us all in.
I guess if YYF goes, like, he's getting pretty farm. Like, he could be somewhat your late game. I mean, we've seen that obviously that one game where Black went super late game on Slark. It
Yeah,
is
definitely a
doable.
possibility.
I like this Moonlight Shadow.
Radiant's
They're gonna
middle
get
tower is
some of these
under
IG
attack.
heroes to the other side of the map. I think they got spotted. What is this observer ward on the low ground? Like, questionable observer ward.
It's actually alright.
It
A lot of
gives
people
some-
place it over here instead.
Yeah.
And then the big thing is that it dodges a fairly common D ward while still giving Rune Vision.
Yeah.
That's pretty much
And
it.
it does see across the river onto that path where if you put it on the cliff where IG have their ward, you don't get that vision all the way
No.
across here. But it's especially for the Radiant side where you want that vision on the other side of the river. It's not bad.
Midas Wraith King. Okay.
I think it's pretty. I like it. Just so he really wants the multiple points in the reincarnation
Radiant's
ASAP.
bottom tower
They're
is
gonna
under
catch up
attack.
Faith. Faith can Burrow Strike. This
Dire's
Isis
top
misses the
tower
hook, so
is
Faith
under
can
attack.
blink TP. No, he gets hit by an Impale. Cogs give the vision they need and they blow him up.
Boom.
Well played. DK now gonna get the tower. This Burning's like, I can't farm. Let's come to the fights. Let's get myself a tower here.
I don't know.
Radiant's
To me, the
bottom
Midas
tower
is at
under
odds
attack.
with the
Dire's top
Necrobook.
tower has fallen.
I mean,
the
I
Necro's
can
like pushing and
I
fighting.
can
out.
appreciate that Luo wants to catch up a little bit, and wants those levels, as you mentioned in the reincarnation, but at the same time, slowing down the pace at all here for IG feels like you're just gonna lose to Burn.
Okay.
So that would be my my criticism.
The Midas helps you just fight a little bit more in Wraith because he does benefit from the attack speed a bit.
Yeah, I mean, and it does help speed along
Radiant's
his
is
probably
under
BKB. BKB is absolutely core to this
Dire's
game for him. He
is
can't get
under
mana drain. He
attack.
can't get mana burned. He needs to get value out of the reincarnation. So I think it needs to be a pretty fast BKB out from him.
Okay. Well, we'll see what the plan's gonna be from IG. I think they want to keep on fighting. Like a Finger of Death on cooldown now for quite a long time after they kill at top, and IG they've found a Blink Dagger on their Sand King. So Necro 1 for Ferrari, Blink Dagger up on Faith. They want to start ganking, and Lamb at mid lane has hit level 6 finally. He was level 5 for quite some time, but has managed to get up to level 6 now. So has that Ice Blast, which you can use to help get kills in these other lanes. They use Moonlight Shadow, but
revealed,
Luo
given away
bottom.
by Luo.
Well, was that Luo's fault or was it's one of those things?
It's a communication thing.
Yeah,
it's not
communication.
necessarily either party.
I'll
It's just
always defend Luo. But yeah, you
protect Luo.
You don't really. I mean, we don't really know.
Radiant's
It could
middle
be Luo.
tower
It could
is
be
under
the rest of the team. Like just using it at mid, and then like Luo not getting warning that hey, you need to hide. Mid lane, no. Fire Strike comes through. They've gone in on burning you with the Blink Dagger, the arrow, and the Roar being combined as well. Faith taking a lot of damage. He's going to go down. Musha getting that 1 kill here. The toss into the cogs here. That's a dead Beastmaster as well. They get the kill on the Antimate, but is it even going to be worth it here?
No.
Signs point to no, as they're chasing, looking for Chuan as well, who
Radiant's middle
does
tower
have leap
has
on
been
cooldown. They get the
denied.
tower deny. As Mushi sends Lamb on a little ride. But, hey, 2 for 1.
Incoming!
Yeah, not. They do slow down the Antimate's Battlefury a bit, but it's still, I'd say, slightly DK favored Clash.
Yeah, they got the 2 kills. They lost a little bit of map control with that tier 1 mid going down, but got the deny overall. And Burning, I think he managed to buy some components not too long before he died, so
yes.
Battlefury's still coming along nicely.
19-20 minutes, which is pretty bad. Not great. It's
Not great, but
not-
3 deaths,
yeah.
so
It's still manageable. Like you start flash farming so fast once you have that Battle Fury, and as long as he doesn't keep getting picked off during that Battle Fury stage, it's okay.
and he is being hounded by the Beastmaster.
Yes.
Like Ferrari is just trying to make Burning's life as much of a living hell as he possibly can.
Blink, Fire Strike. Chuan gonna leap himself into our position, not gonna land it. Meanwhile, Slark goes down to Mushi. I'm gonna pay the price, it seems, as Luo shows up and tears into pieces. So Slark died over in mid lane. Just to was Antimate even involved? That was just a straight up tiny solo kill. Looks like a tiny solo
I would
kill.
open the combat log, but my game would crash.
Yeah.
It happens pretty often.
So Tiny with Blink and Force Staff, not that. I mean, the Force Staff is a nice pickup, but not that would give him like a crazy amount of damage output to kill the Slark with. But
This is where we lament not having the assist list on the kill feed.
yeah, you used to have back in Dota 1 days, man.
Yeah,
You'd get all the info you needed.
yeah. The endgame stat screen as well for Dota 1 was so much more impressive.
We're hoping to like design like a just get our own stats, like make our own endgame stat screen.
Radiant's bottom tower
If Volvo
is
won't
under
do,
attack.
we will do ourselves.
if,
and then
if
Volvo will have
Volvo
to-
won't fix.
Yeah, BTS production will fix. We can keep track of a lot of like the observer wards placed and all that random stats if we wanted to. So we could theoretically.
So Moonlight Shadow again gets given away. They are hounding Burning again, but again, the Moonlight Shadow being popped with the Slark in lane is going to be a pretty obvious clue that he should get the hell out. So
Lion's got the blink
Raise
down,
it back
so
off.
this is DK are becoming the blink boys. They got Anti-Mage, Tiny as well as Lion with blinks to get themselves around in. I mean, for IG at some point it's just like they need to push. They need to actually apply real pressure, not just gank. So they've got to group up, have the Necro books or the Necro book, and just push towers. And they basically push towers with the fear of their blink initiation coming in at any time. Like you don't want to defend a tower because if you get blink stunned, you may die. And that's where I think Wraith King did go blink
Radiant's
dagger.
top
So
tower is under
well,
attack.
I think you may be just saying that. I don't know.
No.
I zone out. I get. Please no Flame Marino base skip. You're flaming me again.
what?
Stop the flame! Stop it! My poor ego.
There's no flame here, God.
T-Bim was saying, man, you've become a huge
This
flame
is
lord.
this is Team Oz Dota,
Alright,
man.
alright.
What's
We'll be on
we-
the same.
We
team
can't
for
be
now.
divided. This is
Alright.
ridiculous. But anyway, so
I like the blink Wraith King. I think you
I think
do
it's
go
good.
BKB eventually, but
yes, I agree.
it's you don't want Sand King blinking in to start a fight because he's so fragile and important in a team fight, whereas Wraith King, I mean, a little bit tankier, but he wants to die in a fight, whereas Sand King you want to keep alive for 2, ideally 3 Burrow Strikes in any given team fight. Not that he has a mana pool for it. No Magic Stick, no nothing to sustain himself.
He's got that circlet. Yeah, but it's definitely not enough
That's
at the moment.
the value GG branch.
The value circlet. The Hawk scouts at Mushi, but
TP's.
he's just TPing. He's out.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Faith?
attack.
I think Faith was almost close enough for that. He didn't Burrow Strike.
I mean, YYF.
Ooh, YWave got out. He's done for.
If you come back,
So DK find a pick off of their own. They do lose a tier 1 bottom tower.
It's nice for IG that they got the tower, gets them a little bit closer to the mech over on the Mirana, who actually has some pretty good farms, so props to Spawn, but... Oh! Epicenter?
Yeah, looking for Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage gets Blink Wraith Fire blasted, but he's going to be A-okay.
Okay, so Necro 3 is online. DK continuing to make pretty good space, just finding pickoffs, keeping the Slark down.
They can definitely Roche soon as well, IG, but I don't like how much does Aegis actually help them in a game like this.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
It's reasonably... Actually, no, I don't know how helpful it is. I mean, it's okay for sieging. It's okay for blinking in the Wraith King and just having more opportunities to get more stuns off. But it's not like DK are necessarily fighting head on either. They're just spamming Ice Blast and Rocket Flares and just ganking everywhere. So
IG make their way into the Radiant jungle. They got spotted doing it by an Observer Ward, even with the Moonlight Shadow, so
Dire's top tower
not going to be a
is under
successful
attack.
gank. Burning. He's on the farm train. He's got 2k gold on top of the Battle Fury tread, so this is what we're talking about. You get that late Battle Fury, Burning doesn't care. He'll catch up one way or another.
Burning hit creep good.
Yeah. What's he
Thumbs
going to
up.
go? So, possible Vlads, but maybe just Manta Rush.
I like the Manta here.
Yeah, I
You
think
can
this looks
dodge
like
the Wraith Fire Blast.
picks up. No, he didn't pick up anything. Went to the side chop. So yeah, he'll just keep on farming, even low HP,
He might go Ultimate Orb
Radiant's
instead of
bottom
Yasha.
tower is under
just
attack.
for the HP.
Just for
Dire's top
HP.
tower
We'll see.
is under attack.
Again, we're being squishy is not fun, but right now he's very low, so he's definitely not wanting to fight. He's going to actually TP himself all the way home. Picks up the
Okay,
Yasha.
goes for the Yasha.
Either or, whatever. He's not looking to fight right now, although he is being hunted by the Beastmaster.
So
Ooh, gonna catch up Mushi with the Hawk Vision. Mushi blinks to the low ground, and DK just playing smart for the most part. Like, there's a pick off here or there, but in general, they're giving IG very few kills considering the power of IG's gank. With a Blink Slark, Blink Wraith King, Blink Sand King, and a Beastmaster with Hawks all over the map. Like, they've only given up 9 kills total this game, which I think is a really good effort.
yeah, this really just seems like this is DK's most comfortable style. This is what they... Well, this is at least what they've been settling into for the important matches over the course of the last couple of weeks, which is just have the late game locked up in Burning. Burning relies on just getting really good farm, and everybody else just makes space for him, pretty much. And, well, it seems to be working here. They're executing it really nicely, and...
I don't think DK really want to fight. They are kind of pushing towards this bottom lane, but this is still risky. Their team fight does not really match up that well against IG's, considering you've got an Anti-Mage who's very squishy just with the Yasha. Hookshot going to go through here. They're going to catch up one. The Epicenter from Faith being channeled here. Can he actually get this off? It looks like the answer is yes. Mushi getting low, forced after away. He's still alive for now. Ferrari's chasing. Mushi's going to blink in 2 seconds. He's going to go down. Brewmaster with one last right click. Anti-Mage meanwhile just focuses down the tower. Ice. No force staff, no escape for him. Wraithfire Blast gets the kill. They've lost 2. Meanwhile on the high ground, MMY gets stunned before the TP out. Hawk giving the vision they needed, and it's a 3-for-1. They did get the Slark in the middle of things, so looks like a slight trade with Lion getting the Finger of Death kill there, as he gets accredited that one. And into Roshan IG go. I don't know what DK are thinking, trying to just 5-man. Like, that doesn't really go with their game plan from up until then.
Yeah, that was odd. I think maybe if they'd waited a tiny bit longer, maybe IG would have tried to fend the Anti-Mage off the tower, and then had anybody been lingering around the corner over here, they might have been able to find a kill, but
Radiant's top
not going to
tower
work
is
out.
under
And
attack.
IG find themselves in a pretty convenient spot to just head straight into the pit, so Roshan hunting they will go. They've also got their mech picked up over on Chuan, and
Roshan
these
has fallen to the
this
dark.
next 6 minutes are just absolutely crucial for IG.
How much do you feel IG need to achieve? Like, are we looking at take down all the T2 towers with this Aegis?
I
Or
think at
just
least
win a fight or two? Like, what's how much do they need to get out of this, Aegis?
If they're going to win the game, they probably need to take at least 2 tier 2s, I would say. I think they need to put themselves in a position where winning a fight can be a convincing lane of racks, and for that, this needs to be tier 2s down. Probably going to be able to make an excursion over to the tier 1 top lane as well, just to secure some extra gold, but aside from that, I don't know what else they can... I don't know if less than that is going to do. Luo does have 3k gold up, so probably going to see some progress towards the BKB.
From BKB, yeah, it needs to BKB eventually.
There's a Manta style in the anti-mage now. I don't know if it's optional
yeah.
anymore.
BKB. Oh, it gets the Maelstrom.
Oh, Maelstrom. Okay.
I really like the Mjolnir build, but you definitely it's just a matter of when he's getting the BKB. It's definitely an item on his mind.
Radiant's top
But
tower is
Blink,
under attack.
Treads, BKB minus is just such unimpressive damage
Yeah,
output.
it shouldn't. You're a Wraithfire Blast with a Blink Dagger attached.
And your Slack's going BKB, so he's not going like real damage output. I think that's where he's like, okay, I gotta go some damage and then BKB later. Even if it means I only have 1 life.
Dire's
The thing,
bottom
Anti-Mage,
tower
even
is
with
under
Manta
attack.
style, is not really fight ready.
Radiant's
He's
top
actually
tower
like,
is under
he's
attack.
avoiding fights because he's just so squishy. He gets chain stunned and just brought down. There's actually decent physical damage with the Beastmaster Aura, the Slack, the Wraith King.
Dire's
Get life steal on top of that.
structures are
Mirana, I
fortified.
mean, is not really right-clicking, but hey, every little bit adds up.
Dire's
Edgy,
bottom
where's the
tower is
defense
under attack.
on this tier 2?
Hmm.
Take some pretty hefty damage. They do manage to get the tier 1
Yeah.
top lane out of the trade, but DK, despite not being up at the moment, still finding pickoffs, still finding opportunities, and they go for a smoke bottom lane. They're hunting.
So
Wishy.
DK's in a weird position. They're actually up, like, Faith gonna get out of there, so not gonna get the pick off. MMY didn't get the hex. DK are actually up by like 5k gold and 2k XP.
Oh, Lana, meanwhile, jumped on mid lane, but a nice cog from Ice. He's
Yeah.
going to isolate YYF. He's trapped for
Yeah.
now. They toss him back.
There goes your Aegis. They've got Avalanche. Ice has no cogs for a second here, but it looks like they want to drop the Avalanche there. No toss. There's a Blink, Hex, and Finger of Death. YYF is done for.
That's the Aegis
Great.
down.
Yeah, Arrow going to be nicely sidestepped as well. Ice, maybe considering chasing, although he's got no hook shot. Full stuff and a battery is still
Radiant's top
available,
tower is
and
under
meanwhile,
attack.
creating space for Burning. Burning's
Dire's
bottom.
tower
He's
is
got this
under
tier 2
attack.
tower, perhaps. Wraithkin going to TP himself in, but he's alone. Meanwhile, IG want to venture into this Radiant jungle and try find that pick off an anti-mage, but not much reason for Burning to stay here unless he goes into his own jungle, which he's not going to do. He's going to TP mid. Burning gets out of dodge.
Okay, so they've got a gem from Mirana. They didn't take any tier 2s with the Aegis, and Burning is doing burning things.
Yeah.
So I'm super worried for IG. I think
Oh,
this
yeah.
might be.
Even, like, Tiny's got a lot of farm, although, I mean, the one thing I think you can look at this Tiny and be like, at least Tiny's not going, like, super carry build. He's gone Blink, 4-staff, and he's going to be considering maybe a BKB of his own, probably more utility items. But if he wants to, honestly, I think he should just pick up an axe. Like, transition to, like, some damage output. Even if you're not going full carry mode Tiny, like, the Ag Scepter still gives you so much. Just Ag's Assault Crest.
Yeah, it's really nice for flash farming. He can buy the Ags, and then, yeah, like you said, go AC, go Vlad's, just pick up some extra utility to help out the anti-mage, but I don't know what else there is from here that he necessarily needs as far as this mobility / casting path is concerned. He could just maybe consider grabbing a BKB if he's really worried. I mean, there's still, of course, Roar, but everything else, Arrow, Wraithfire Blast, Burst Strike, Epicenter damage, all of that isn't going to be scary in the slightest if he picks up the BKB. So maybe we'll see that out of him. I think a lot of it just depends on how much Mushi feels that he needs to be a true threatening core, and how much he thinks he can just get away with, okay, I'm going to blink and blow up one guy, and then that's my contribution to the fight.
Okay. Well, so for IG, they're in a bit of a tough spot here. A loss here knocks them out of the tournament, puts DK as well as Vici Gaming into the playoffs, guys. Whether you're just tuning in, you've missed out on a lot of great Mars Dota 2 League action. We've got group stages taking place today. Winner of the group stages, Newbie, went undefeated. LGD just the one loss to their name in a three-way tie for third place. Only 2 teams of those 3 teams will advance, and Vici Gaming winning over IG in the first tiebreaker match. We've got DK versus IG here. So a loss for IG means they're 0 and 2 and no way to advance. But then we have possibly a third place decided between DK and BT. Not entirely sure how that works out. But back to this game. The tiebreaker. IG trying to stay alive. Going to find a pick off here on Ice, which is... they'll take anything they can get. So a nice little snipe for them as Tiny now shows up. He wants to go in. He wants Ferrari. MMY. No Finger of Death available. Ferrari getting low here. The Necrobook's helping him out, helping cover his retreat. He will make his way out of there. And the Blinking from YWF with a pounce. He'll catch MMY. It's his second kill for IG. Shadow Dance being used, although not entirely necessary, but hey, why not? And IG go on their merry way.
Yeah,
Dire's top
a
tower
couple of
is
nice
under
pickoffs for
attack.
IG, but again, just not able to translate them into anything. Lua going to continue farming up, so things are looking all right for him, though I still doubt his ability to carry this game. Maybe if he can get like a BKB and an Abyssal Blade, then they'll be in an okay spot, but...
He's got heroes that can set him up, like, well, complement him, like, especially the Beastmaster, providing the Inner Beast as well as great lockdown with an Aghanim's Roar. So whoever Lua wants to go and can be kept in place for a long, long time.
Yeah, and it does make up for some of the disadvantages of your carry Wraith King normally, which is that he gets kited around quite a bit. That's not the strength necessarily of DK's lineup, which is what they had going for them against the Lifestealer in that LGD game.
I feel like YYF could be doing, like, he could be almost like carrying this, or at least co-carrying this game. He started off 3-0 and 2. He's now 4 and 4 with 3 assists. His farm is really slowed down. He could be, I feel like, top 2, top 3 net worth with a lot more right now. But he's kind of...
He just gets blown up at the start of every fight.
Yeah.
He's gotten Finger of Death pretty much every single time it's available.
Yeah.
So
if he managed to just play conservatively and play more farming style, I think he could have the BKB, like, these items plus one more. Like, he could be working on a Skadi. Probably, he just wants to tank up, so I think Skadi's probably the best way to go at this point. I don't think he needs the Basher type items just yet. Those can come after the tanky survivability. But IG still looking to just impose themselves on this game, get map control once again for the however many times of this game. They're going into the Radiant jungle, looking for kills or at least to drop down some observer wards, and these Beastmaster Hawks just allow them to maintain map control so well.
yeah, and still have this gem over on the Mirana, so IG having a pretty easy time of keeping things locked up. They do need to place some wards, notably.
Radiant's
They don't
bottom
actually have a whole lot of
tower is
vision
under attack.
of what DK are up to right
Radiant
now. If the
structures
Anti-Mage
are
was in
fortified.
their jungle, they would have no idea. But yeah, Burning's just over at mid, gonna pop off some illusions, keep on
Dire's
getting some
middle
damage
tower
down in
is
these
under
towers.
attack.
What's Mushi been buying? He's going into the Shivers Guard even. Whew.
This is old school.
Oh yeah. Blink, Force, Shivers. We just need like some Yules and Dagon action, and we're back to the Dota 1 days.
Radiant's bottom
Pre
tower
Aghanim
is
Scepter
under
upgrade
attack.
on your Tiny. This is very... I think the Shivers Guard is actually a nice pickup. A lot of melee heroes, a lot of right clickers, and just having that minus attack speed aura is actually going to help quite significantly. As there we go, Wraith King BKB. Even pre-Mjolnir gets the BKB, so I think realizing that he'll need it to fight somewhat. Mjolnir probably going to be coming right shortly, well, as shortly after as possible, but BKB online.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Burning, just a Vitality booster picked up, so it looks like he's probably just working his way in towards a heart for the time being.
Yep.
And DK's still holding the line. I mean, they're still getting farm. They're controlling their side of the map. IG have not found that many pickoffs to DK's credit, and Burning just keeps on getting these little drive-bys in against the tier 2 towers, which is forcing a response.
Yeah.
So, being a huge
Dire's
pain in
top
the ass.
tower is under
I kind of
attack.
worry, because like your Tiny's going full utility mode, like basically saying, look, we got an Anti-Mage, he'll win it in the late game, but there's such great lockdown on the Dire side. You've got
Radiant's
so
bottom
much stun
tower
and crowd
is under
control.
attack.
4 of these heroes with heavy disables. Slark kind of lacking, but he's got the... I mean, he still does decent damage as far as right clicking goes. But Beastmaster roll late game with an Aghanim Scepter, like, that's just like, you've shut down full Protect 1 with
Radiant's
just
bottom
the Ag
tower
Scepter and
is under
Beastmaster.
attack.
Then combine it with Wraith Fire Blast, Sand King. There's not massive right click damage, but there's enough, I feel. And that's where this is not going to be the easiest game for Burning to carry on his own.
Yeah, and I feel like that we can come back a little bit to Mushi there as well, that if he was going for a build where he was going to be scary enough as a carry to justify being focused and being roared, then that can make space for AM. Or if the AM gets focused, then he can win the team fights by himself. But
Yes.
with this build, not really the case. DK,
He
they give themselves a more solid footing in terms of the strategy that they're going for, which is Mushi going in aggressively making
Yes.
space and Burning cleaning up the fight, but it doesn't give them a backup plan if IG somehow managed to find Burning and focus on him right from the very start.
Because, like, looking at Mushi alone, like, come teamfight time, like, I don't know if, well, whenever I get to the teamfight kind of stage, like, he's got one combo, and then he's done. Like, his spell's gone cooldown. He has a toss every 9 seconds, but Avalanche has a long 17-second cooldown, which... And his combo's not even killing heroes. Maybe it kills a Mirana or a Sand but the heroes he's going to be getting close to is the Wraith King, the Beastmaster, Slark, who's on the front lines. Like, getting to Sand King's going to be very elusive, hiding in the trees, so... Unlikely do we see Tiny actually convincingly get kills in these fights. Raw, Sand King, Burrow Strike in the mid lane, MMY going to be caught out here. The Epicenter goes through as well. It's a dead line to start things off. Ice Blast follows Burning. He's going to get out of there. They did not necessarily need the Raw on the line, considering they had a Burrow Strike to start things off, but wanted to secure the kill. They did commit a BKB from the Slark Bro. That's his 10-second BKB as well. BKB saved on Lua, so they can keep on fighting. There's a Blink, there's a Wraithfire Blast. Mushi tries to force up out 2 hero Burrow Strike as well. Luckily, the arrow does not hit Mushi, or he would have been in a lot of trouble. Ice. Caught in his own cogs with a BKB Wraith King, but gets himself out of there as Wraith King chops down the cogs, gets out. 1-for-0 trade. IG just... They struggle so much to secure kills.
Yeah, they forced out the second BKB there. Burning just walks straight back into the line of fire on
There's
mid
a
lane.
roar up. It's going to come out. They want Burning. They haven't got the damage for it. Burning's still so tanky with this Heart of Tarrasque. I think IG may have overextended. They've lost some Mirana to start things off. Burning goes back in. Gets a Mana Void kill on the Wraith King. Now the chase is on. They want Ferrari, and he's got very little as far as attack speed. The toss onto the Hawk Ferrari. Next Avalanche is going to basically secure the deal here. 4-star forward, and there we go. Avalanche kill. Gem gets dropped, and Burning, pick that up, mate. No, it's going to go to the Tiny. Drops his TP scroll, takes the gem, and 4 dead. IG just overstaying their welcome a little bit there, and also just thinking they could kill Burning, which they were so wrong about.
Yeah, that heart for Burning, he was just so absurdly difficult to kill, and now DK, huge swing back in their favor. I think even, aside from the kills, which are obviously huge, taking that gem away from IG just makes it so difficult to do anything about the anti-mage at this point, and if it wasn't difficult enough already.
Give him an extra life, so. Waited around, knew that Roshan... It was a very long Roshan respawn, which I think works in DK's favor right now. Obviously, they're the ones taking it, but IG, if they had a faster Roshan respawn, they could have just waited to go for that one. Because they even have a medallion on Sand King to try to secure these Roshas, but we'll see them maybe contest this one. Heroes respawning very soon. They scatter that with an arrow. That just helps DK take it that little bit faster. Slark blinks in with a pounce. They've gone full engagement to this one. Mushi, gotta be careful. They're trying to bring down YYF. The Epicenter's there. It's just gonna be enough damage. Mushi getting low. He doesn't even get a combo off. Antimate snatches the Aegis though, and he's going to maybe get a kill on the Slark as well. YYF does not get the pounce out. They've lost Slark as well. Sand King here. Luo pays the price for it with his life, but that's just a reincarnation coming out from him. Anti-Mage still alive. Lamb stuck on the high ground, which kind of works into his favor. He wants to just sit there and cast some vortexes as needed. Ice is low, and he's going to go down here. The arrow goes flying through. Hits Lamb on the high ground. Anti-Mage has had enough. He's gotten out of there, and we'll see DK lose 4 actually in the end, so... Good engagement from IG in the Roshan pit.
Yeah, Mushi just got nothing off. It looked pretty good as they tried to burst in the Slark right at the start, but got a Shadow Dance and survived through, and yeah, nicely done. But oh, actually, he died and then he bought back, but he survived for a pretty long time. And actually, Burning just gets arrowed.
This is just gonna be a true testament to how tanky he is. Beastmaster unfortunately uses up his mana, so he didn't have a roar, but maybe with a roar they blow the Aegis there, but. Beastmaster got mana burned and lost all his much-needed mana. The roar was like on cooldown for 1 second, and then he used axes and got hit by an illusion, and bye-bye mana.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And after all of that, again, it's okay, IG, you won the fight, but now there's an Aegis over on Burning, and you didn't get any towers.
Wait till this guy has a butterfly. The evasion actually is huge this game because none of these heroes have MKB, and they already lack physical damage. You're doing nothing with spells, and you start evading a lot of these right clicks from Wraith King, from Slark, from even the Beastmaster, from the Necro books. Like that's this anti-mage becoming nearly unkillable.
What's your ETA to anti-mage 1v5?
Oh.
Radiant's bottom
I
tower
mean,
is under
I don't think he necessarily even 6-slotted. I don't think he can really 1v5 just because of the chain stun. But
okay, so
if you get perfect
2v5.
Yeah, if you get perfect chain stun, end of the day, anti-mage is gonna die. But he can 2v5 with Tiny or even like Clockwork or someone. I think he just needs the butterfly, really.
Yeah, I think that's probably.
I mean,
it.
that's his 6 slot. So Aegis
Yeah.
can be replaced with a BKB or an Abyssal Blade. This
Oh.
is not really a BKB game.
I don't know. I think this is a perfectly reasonable BKB game.
That's,
Just-
I mean, Burrow
Well, I mean,
Strike,
you
Wraith Fire
get
Blast,
stunned by
arrows.
roar, right?
Yeah.
That's
It's just
it.
a roar, and this. I mean, yeah, this roar like a little bit of physical damage.
Everything else you just don't care about. It's just you BKB, you chop down everybody,
Yeah.
you win the game.
This Sand King medallion is actually going to be like so needed to kill anti-mage.
Yeah, minus armor is actually huge
What-
against AM.
What little damage they have.
Oh no,
needs to get
DD
amplified.
burning.
Okay.
Everybody run!
1v5 happens
Scatter!
now. I take it back. You can 1v5. Well, I guess you manta this off, and then bye-bye DD. I don't know. They're going to Moonlight Shadow. They're actually going to fight this. I avoid burning at all costs. Antimage already has the tower. They're going to come from the low ground here. Who are they actually going to be able to go on here? Antimage blinks into them, although he doesn't quite realize it. Nearly saw it right away. They blow up the Ancient Apparition to start things off. Burning now just going to get to work on the Necrobooks decides he can't really find too much else. He goes in on Luo. Luo BKB up means he will get the Reincarnation off. Burning. Getting stunned up there. Will get the first kill. Can he get a second kill or not? Meanwhile, it looks like Lion kind of floating around with danger here. Luo ends up going down. The Lion still alive in the trees. He's hiding. He's juking and jiving. He manages to get his way out of there. Burning now chasing down absolutely everyone. Wraith King even going to buy back for this one. Burning. Stunned up once. Mushi shows up with a toss. That's going to be a dead Sand King if he can't get it out of there, and it will get brought down. Burning still with an Aegis on his life. Ferrari going full retreat mode. The entire IG side on full retreat. Avalanche going to miss, which will help him out. Red X's come as the Wraith Bypass gets destroyed, and now Chuan out of mana. No mana for a Mana Void for Burning, and I don't think he's going to get any more kills, but he's just unbelievable.
You know when your teamfight plan is avoid the anti-mage, that you've lost the game.
Yeah. You're
think-
engaging 5v5 into like a 6-slotted anti-mage, and you're trying to avoid him. And like people are going to die. Burning can just solo siege high ground, I guess. Like he's like, how do I actually die now, guys?
Show me your stuns.
You're just gonna
What you
roar
got?
him like just to stall. Like you're not even trying to kill him when you roar him. Manta dodge all day long. Burning says easy peasy. And now YYF mana. They send a couple illusions forward, and Burning just brings down the tower. While the illusions, they can't even fight the illusions. These illusions just too strong. Lift gets used and Burning. He's still just gone man mode. He's still got this Aegis. You can't even like you can throw all your stuns at him, but at the end of the day, you maybe break an Aegis and. Then you just flat out lose if you do that. They get the I think Burning, yeah, he decides to blink out because Necrobooks are kind of annoying. Having no mana just sucks. Even like you'd almost rather die than just have no mana with full HP. He'll bring down the Necrobooks. That's actually not too bad.
There's something to be said for anti-mage having to avoid the mana burn.
Yeah,
It's
dude,
a taste
mana
of his
burn's
own
annoying.
medicine, but yeah, back burning will go.
It just ruins your. It's not like he's gonna die because he has no mana. It just ruins your mobility. Like you can't blink around. You can't even have mana. Like having mana void is definitely nice as an option in a fight. He blinks forward. He wants Ferrari. The mana void will finish him off. He gets the Slark as well in the AoE. Oh dear. And now Lua blinks in with a BKB. He has got the level 3 reincarnation, so we'll have that app already after the last team fight. But unfortunately for Lua, he's got no HP, nothing to play around with. Ferrari buys back just to roar a full HP Burning, just to Wraithfire a full HP Burning, and Burning. He's still on full HP, you guessed it. Rax is down. Nothing they can do. Burning
1v5.
cannot be touched. We've reached it. Well, I mean, he's got backup, but yeah, he just stands on the front lines and IG can't touch. No.
No.
He doesn't care. His Aegis is gone, but he doesn't care. It comes at the right time. They've just claimed top Raptors. They're about to get mid Raptors off of this.
Get that sick mana regen.
Back to full mana. He's a happy anti-mage now. He was waiting for that moment. He's like, I didn't need that Aegis anyways. I just want some mana.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
And IG just they didn't have the draft for it.
They're done
honestly.
for.
Like,
Yeah. It's 4 Raxes. There's no plan here for this moment in time. Not against this anti-mage. More Manta dodges coming out from Burning. Now we're going to catch a creep here, and this is looking bad. Burning gonna get stunned up. 4 staffs are there as well. The OP staffs will force Burning back, but you wait the Necrobooks out. You know the rolls on cooldown for another 35 seconds, and they did a grand total of like 500 damage maybe. Ice just gonna trap some people in cogs on the high ground before 4-staffing out, and Burning will go forward, bring down the Necrobook, and say, all your towers belong to me.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Oh,
attack.
Gets hit by a 5-second arrow? No.
If he dies, he could BOT buyback.
Look, burning die, please. Show some respect to the bee god. No, burning. He's still full HP. The Vlad's is helping out. The Vlad's is giving him that lifesteal. I really like the Vlad's pick up for Ice. But in the end, Vlads or no Vlads, this game was going to be ugly for
Rampage
IG.
time. The GG.
Oh, well. Gets the ultra kill. Ends it with a slam dunk home. And with that, DK, they've secured their spot in the playoffs, as have Vici Gaming. IG knocked out.
Is DK versus Vici Gaming played? Do we need third, fourth place seeding?
I don't know.
I guess we'll have to figure that one out.
Depends on the format. If we get if it's first place chooses their opponent, doesn't need to happen. If fourth place matters for the matchup, then maybe. At some point, it's like, do these teams actually care if they verse newbie or I mean, I guess they probably do. I think most teams would rather verse LGD than newbie, but yeah. Whoops, there we go. We're back. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we have another match. Maybe we don't.
Who knows?
We'll let you guys know when we know. But big thanks for you stayed tuned in long and late. We've got another lobby. It's hosted.
Okay, so we got another game. So IG just lost 2 games to Anti-Mage. The Sylar Anti-Mage and the Burning Anti-Mage.
I love how the cast started at 9 p.m. It's already been 15.5 hours and teams are still picking Anti-Mage. Like it's like, let's prepare for TI. Like, worst case scenario, we have 12-hour days and we have 100-minute games of Anti-Mage versus Morphling. Like, let's prepare. This is their TI for practice.
Yeah, we're putting in the hard yards.
Whew, we got another game. So DK versus Vici Gaming to decide third, fourth place. Both teams at least can relax. They don't need to feel like they're under pressure and have to pick Anti-Mage.
They're making it. They're in the playoffs.
Yeah.
That's the guaranteed thing, no matter what here. And this is basically going to determine. I guess they're probably just going to do number 1 seed versus number 4 and number 2 versus number 3. So, loser plays newbie, winner plays LGD.
Yeah, and with the playoffs being single elimination, like
important.
It does
Very
matter
important.
your matchup. And I think, both teams probably prefer to verse LGD there. Newbie looking beastly right now, so we'll see. DK versus Vici Gaming, guys, coming up. I'm Gods, he's Base Skip. You're watching the Mazda 2 League. Stay tuned.